My brain is cooked. It is 6:30 p.m. and I have done all the things today, but my brain being cooked is actually probably why I needed to do this. So, if you don't know me, I'm Diana. I'm a career and executive coach. I'm a podcaster. I have a show called Work Should Feel Good, which you can find on this channel. And a lot of what I do is help really, really smart people navigate work, leadership, burnout, and growth without trying to completely wreck themselves. And I've been in a stage where I'm trying to figure out how to not completely wreck myself. So there's a few just random ass thoughts that I jotted down that I've been thinking about in this vein, because I've been talking to people a lot lately about these topics. I work with job seekers, I work with people that are in corporate, and I also work with some people who are entrepreneurs because this whole need to make work feel better and have career growth that actually aligns with life, it's not just for people in corporate. So here's some of the things that come to mind for me. So, number one is somehow we've decided that consistency means showing up every single day, polished, energetic, and impressive for every single thing that we do. And that is too damn much pressure, guys. It's too much pressure. I'm the worst about putting that pressure on myself. And I watch it every day from the people that I work with as clients, people that are my friends, like just people walking around on planet Earth. Y'all do not have to be impressive all the time or play act at impressive because you're already impressive. If you're in my orbit, I don't keep stupid people in my orbit, and I don't take on clients that I don't believe in their ability to meet their goals with guidance from me. So, next thing that comes to mind is a lot of people want to give 100% or 110%. They want to give it their all, whatever it is, whether that is work if they committed to other people, raising their kids, running their businesses, training for a marathon, like whatever it is, they want to give 100%. And my take is this: if all you have one day is 30%, and you give the 30%, which I'm kind of doing now, sitting in my recliner at 6:30 at night, you still gave your all. Your best and your maximum are not the same thing. So, one thing, my friend Sharon and I both have been in corporate IT for a long time, and also, I just noticed a lot of people signed in. Like, I've only gone live a couple times here on YouTube. So, welcome to the party. Thanks so much for joining. I don't even know if I know how to figure out the freaking comments on this. So, if you comment and I don't get to you, I'll try to reply later. Anyhow, so if all you have is 30% and you give the 30%, you gave your all. Your best and your maximum are not always the same thing. So my maximum is pretty damn high. I have been doing what I do for a very long time at a high degree of success, and I'm pretty good at it. So, Mara, how do you go live? Hi to everybody. Dina, Michael, Everett, nice to see you here. Mara Coker, how do you go live? You have to be approved on YouTube to go live. So, in my case, I've been doing that. Girl, kids watching. Now I put not safe for kids, so I don't if kids are watching, like, that is not a me problem. So, um, what I was going let me go on to my next point. Momentum actually matters more than intensity. So, this is something I think about a lot. A lot of times there's an urge to sprint, um, and we try to make everything a sprint. A career is not a sprint. Running a business is not a sprint. Um, Also, having a job search is not a sprint. I work with a lot of people that are trying to job search in a really tricky market. Um, yeah, you don't have to hang out here. If you want to Mertless, I don't. If you want to hang out, hang out. I am not talking for kids. I'm talking for adults, but you're welcome to stay. I think teenagers get infantilized. If you are old enough to have a YouTube, I think you're probably old enough to hear what I have to say. So, momentum matters more. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. Your career is a marathon, not a sprint. And a job search, if you're in one, is a marathon, not a sprint, especially if you are in corporate, if you are at higher levels of management. It could be 6 or 12 months before you land the job that you want. So, Um, the internet has also completely distorted what sustainable productivity looks like. And some of that is because people are not really being honest about what's going on in order to get stuff done. I have been in the coaching industry for a while. I know a lot of online creative entrepreneurs, a lot of people that have large followings on their YouTubes and things like that. And some of them are not very good about explaining what actually has to happen in order to make those things work. A whole lot of them have teams behind them that they do not admit to you that they have. So some people will be doing social media, they will be on every freaking channel. They have a team of 1 or 2 or 10 people that are making their content, repurposing it, tuning it, making sure it all looks good, building their strategies so that all they have to do is show up and go online. I don't have quite all of that. I do have VAs that I work with. They help me produce my podcast, or there wouldn't be a podcast. Um, yeah. So don't think that just because everything looks really good that it was easy for people to do it. Part of our job is to make things look sometimes easier than they are so that you can hear the message. Okay, next thing is the win is often just staying in motion. So I made a commitment to myself and also in a like online group that I'm in that I was going to go live on YouTube every day for 7 days. It's not that big of a deal. I have a friend. My friend Mark LeBrun is actually a YouTube coach. He's got a bazillion followers. He's an online influence expert. He's been trying to get me to go live for a long time and may even be annoyed that I went live because someone else suggested it other than him. But sometimes you just don't have it in you to start a project. I decided I could go live for a few minutes for 7 days. And if I keep doing it, cool. And if I don't keep doing it, cool. And I'm not going to beat myself up if I miss a day because I forgot, because this is not a habit. But the win is showing up, the win is staying in motion. And showing up imperfectly builds trust with yourself and with other people. I've been doing a lot of interview coaching lately, and a lot of the people that I'm interview coaching are bringing their representative to the interview. They're not bringing their real selves to the interview. They are bringing their representative. They're bringing someone that looks a lot like them, but is kind of awkward, kind of weird, and talks in vocabulary they would never use in their day to day life. And well, that's not somebody that most people want to hang out with. And when you operate that way, when you try to convince people to buy from you or to like you or to be your friend by acting completely different than you normally would, you're either going to burn yourself out because you're not in alignment, or like, especially in the case of a job interview, you're going to show up and start working there and they are going to be like, who is this person? This is not the same person that I interviewed with. Every time you make a small promise to yourself, you reinforce the identity of I'm someone that follows through, which sometimes I've not been very good at keeping promises to myself. I'm much better at keeping promises to other people. There's probably no one on planet Earth besides me right now that actually cares if I go live. There's probably not. But I care that I said, look, I could take 10 minutes to do this, even if I'm working a lot of hours on other stuff that has nothing to do with YouTube. Last thing I'm going to say is there's a big difference between I just bailed because I'm unreliable. I didn't keep a commitment. I don't want to do something and I'm mentally too cooked to do something. Heh. Noah, thanks. I'm sure you don't care that I'm live, but I'm glad you cared enough to comment. That's really cool. Um, but every time that you keep that small promise to yourself, you reinforce an identity, and you also are learning to tell the difference between I'm mentally cooked, so I should either let myself skip today or only do a little bit today, and I don't want to. Sometimes part of being an adult is really just, I don't know, recognizing that we have to do shit that we don't want to do. Like, I don't love paying the light bill, but I sure like having lights in my house. Anyhow, that's it. I had promised people in yesterday's live, which was only 5 minutes long, and it was so freaking awkward. That I was going to talk about how to answer the job interview question. Tell me about yourself. I'm going to do that tomorrow. It might be messy, but I'm going to do that tomorrow because it's one of the questions and concerns I get from people the most often. So that's it for today. 10 minutes. That's all. Thank you to everybody that watched, even if you don't care about the live like Noah.